So how do we emulate that celebrity energy? How do we leave our mark on the world, make a big impression, but also to be appreciated and also to not be revered and to be the one that is on people's minds and being talked about? When you are someone that is connecting to so much prosperity within your own reality, you will notice that everything around you will reveal to you why you are loved, why you were chosen for this path, and also that you're the main character of this video game, but you're playing on the hardest difficulty, and you're using that as a source of resiliency so that you can understand the science of achievement. The science of achievement is meaning that you can have all of those things. You can have prosperity, you can have the wife and the kids and all of the awards and accolades, but then you may feel like there's something missing. You may have despair and you may actually act out on that despair. But when prosperity is equalized, when it's distributed evenly, then we're able to appreciate what we have because of what we went through. So most people, when they were poor and then they become rich, they actually appreciate the suffering that they went through. They actually appreciated what they had to overcome, what they had to endure, the hardships, losing people along the way, especially people who have lost loved ones. I've lost two people who watched me and guided me and allowed me to be on my path and gave me guidance. So this means that all the time you are a person that is going to be an example for another individual to tap into their prosperity. So this is something that we can always do and connect to. And once we reflect this, once we know this as an absolute fact, then we can connect into who we want to be. So in this moment, you don't have to feel like you're sabotaging who you are. In this moment, you can be tremendously blessed. In this moment, you can be resilient and strong, but also face adversity head on instead of running away from it. This means that you're not in the shadow of yourself, but you are the blessed indeed, and you choose to be blessed. That's something that is very powerful. So if we feel like we're inadequate, if we feel like we're not going to make the cut, in a sense, of this audition that we're trying to read the dialogue of this script that's called life, then we have to change the verbiage and the terminology and what it means to be connected, what it means to migrate into the unification and the rehabilitation of the soul so that it can stabilize this ability to release stagnation within ourselves. So when we have this, we feel like we're not going through the motions, but we're actually working towards something that is profound. So prosperity is not just you being prosperous, you being connected, but it is also something that you do every single day to connect into creation. This means being prosperous in all ways. They have good health, you eat good food, you exercise, you connect into the body of life. You are like water, you have fluidity, you have forward motion. So that's what that means most of the time, is that you have forward motion, that you have a progressive energy instead of a regressive energy. Most of the time we have a regressive energy, and that sucks, and it's not good. It's David Spade, Ant from Grown Ups. You ever seen David Spade do that in that movie? Well, I tell people that when it is not in flow, it is not a go. It's not green light go, it's stop. So that's when you connect to that prosperity and be that person that people want to be like. You ever had a musician that like, wow, I wanted to kind of have that t-shirt, have that style, but then you get your own sense of style, you get your own sense of like connection, right? And so that's what happens, is that you develop your own style. And then you're that person that people idolize, but not in a negative way, not a false idol, but an actual person that is a prophet, that is prophesying and speaking into people's lives and having a positive impact and a positive influence instead of negative people where they have an influence over a bunch of people and they degrade them, they use them, and then they throw them away like they're trash. Instead, we can turn that around. We can always learn from people that are negative, believe it or not. We can always learn from people that are super negative and emulate something positive from them. So this is more prosperity. Invite it in your life. Know that you are blessed.